morning, everybody. Did you have a great week? I mean, ready for a better week? And that's the way it is. Everyone say, wherever my mind goes, my world follows. So look at your world and you can see what's happening. I want to mention to begin with that we ran out of the January Creative Thought and we ordered new ones for those who wanted them that aren't here. I want to recommend to all of you that this wonderful series that Dr. Cynthia is working on for this year is absolutely wonderful. It is Arthur Vergara, who is a doctor of divinity, is doing a history of the New Thought movement, and I recommend you get the magazine and use it daily. But also, I recommend you get all of them this year and keep them somewhere. Put them in your library, because this series he's doing is just phenomenal, and it's great. Also want to recommend the Creative Thought magazine, the Science of Mind magazine, Gene Houston. How many are Gene Houston fans? Okay, anyhow, Gene has got a great article and interview in here. Also, the February issue is Ram Dass. How many Ram Dass fans? Okay, I've known him since he was Richard. Back in the 60s, he was, anyhow, so it was great. Yes, it was Richard and Jay. Now it's Baba and whoever I am. Okay, now. How to use it is our lesson this morning. How to use it. Important understanding. Everybody get your handout this morning? I'm going to share this because we're on YouTube and they don't have a handout, so we're going to explore this and then plug it into our lesson. Dr. Holmes said one of the great difficulties of the New Order of Thought is that we are likely to indulge too much in theory and too little practice. As a matter of fact, we only know as much as we can prove by actual demonstration. That which we cannot prove may or may not be true, but that which we can prove certainly must be and is the truth. Okay, now, everyone say, whatever I know is what I'm doing. Everything else is just theory. Now, your challenge is, as we've been exploring every Sunday this month, is to take this understanding of the thing itself and realize it's everything you are, and realize, as Emerson said, it's waiting for your next idea to become experience. Let's review for just a moment. Everyone say, my world is my thought in form. My thought is my mind in form. Now, if you start with the world and you think like the world, all you're going to be able to do is repeat what you see. All you're going to be able to do is Xerox yesterday. The challenge is to get out of the consciousness of yesterday if you want change. Now, if you don't want change, fine. Most people don't. Okay, most people don't. We were just exploring in second-year class and in fourth-year class this week the realization the University of Chicago up in Champaign our University of Illinois up in Champaign just did a very interesting survey, and they pointed out that only 2% of the people in this country are applying creativity in a positive way. 2%. 98% of the people in this country are not being creative. All they're doing is duplicating. All they're doing is Xeroxing yesterday. All they're doing is thinking like they thought. Everyone say, if I keep thinking like I thought, I'm going to keep getting what I got. So the challenge is to wake up and understand where you are, understand where you can be, and understand there is no place in this universe you cannot evolve into if you know it's good enough to be true and you're willing to do what? Embody everything it takes to get there and then be responsible for the embodiment. Okay. Two women are standing on a river. It's floating by. I won't tell you what color their hair is, but they're watching on the river. And one of them says, how do you get to the other side? And the other one says, you're already on the other side. How many been there and done that? Mm-hmm. Okay, you don't have to have blonde hair to do that. Okay. Now, this is the... Wherever we are, there we are. I love what Dr. Holmes said as he continues here. Of course, the theory of any scientific principle goes beyond its application At any given stage of the unfoldment of that principle and the evolution of its accomplishments, the sciences are objectively real to us only insofar as we demonstrate them. And until we demonstrate, they are suppositional, so far as practical results are concerned. If there is any field of research where the practical application is necessary, it is in the metaphysical field. The reason being that the principle of metaphysics seems less tangible to the average person than does the principle of other sciences. As a matter of fact, all principles are intangible. That's important. All principles of every science are intangible. He goes on, but the world at large has not yet come to consider the principle of mental practice at the same light that they consider other given principles of life and action. Its apparent intangibility is lessened whenever and wherever anyone actually demonstrates the supremacy of a spiritual thought force, ever apparent material resistance, and ever present. Okay. How many wanted to do something that appears that there is resistance against it? Okay, so your challenge is to stop trying to get through it and do what? Go higher and then go forward. Everyone say, go higher. Where? In consciousness. And then go forward with what? With your understanding. The idea is to go higher and forward. Everyone say, higher and forward. Higher and forward. Higher and forward. Dear people, that's the stair steps to heaven, and it never ends. Higher and forward. Higher and forward. Not settling for yesterday, not settling for what you used to know, settling for all of your reasons and all your alibis and all the things you could blame limitation, doubt, and fear on. If you want to change your life, the responsibility for that change lies within your own heart and mind. And as Dr. Holmes said, if you don't know how to do it, you can learn. If you don't know how to move from where you are to where you can be, you can learn. That's why we have classes. Dr. Holmes pointed out we are an educational teaching. When you come here on Sunday morning, you get a lesson. We are teachers, we're not preachers. And our challenge is to do what? Is to encourage you to do more than just come here and think some deity up in the sky is going to check you off because you attended church. I was raised in one of those. You ever raised, any of you raised in that? You miss church and you worry all week. Oh my God. Okay, anything happened to me this week, I wasn't in church that day. I got news for you. God doesn't know what day of the week it is. How many know the Jewish tradition, Shabbat Shalom? Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. You know what that means? Okay, it means what? This is a blessed day and is what? Okay, Shabbat, we are blessed. I have a wonderful rabbi friend who pointed out, and I studied at the Institute of Religious Science. He was one of our teachers. He pointed out that when you wake up to what and who you are and realize the truth of the universe, you will in that moment realize that every day of your life is Shabbat Shalom. Every moment of your existence is Shabbat Shalom.